I used to think the devil was here. I used to think God wasn't near. I used to blame the dark in the room. I never saw the light was there. I used to fight shadows in fear. I used to drown out what I'd hear. I used to think hell was outside. I used to see demons in every face. I used to run hard from grace. I used to call chaos fate. I used to move fast, no brakes. I used to think silence was empty. I used to think stillness was weak. I used to look up for a sign, never once looked at me. Used to think pain meant curse. Used to think loss meant worse. Used to think doubt was meant. I used to bury it first. Used to think I was meant to hurt. Used to mistake pride for worth. Used to think God was gone. Maybe I've always been wrong. I used to be used up till I'm through, gone. I used to think the devil was here. I used to think God wasn't there. Now I know they've both been close. I used to think the devil was here. I used to think God wasn't there. I used to blame the dark in the room. I never saw the light was there. I used to see war in my mind. I used to see doubt in a friend. I used to think silence was empty. I used to feel it again and again. I used to think the devil was here. I used to think God wasn't there. Used to think pain meant cursed. Used to think pride was worth. Used to think heaven was gone. Used to think it was hell for my wrongs. Used to being used. I used to think the devil was here. I used to think God wasn't here. I used to think the devil was here. I used to think God didn't care. I used to think the devil was here.
Are we questioning reality to find intense paranoid clarity? After 40 years, everything's changed. Even the weather feels different, says chemtrails to blame. Yellow sun gone, this LED remains. Flat earth around, the math's all the same. The grunge and theory mastered, Joe Rogan's to blame. I just need time to ponder the way my wife's pinky. I'm the motherfucking brain. I am the rabbit hole, schizotypal insane. Project Bluebeam, Phoenix, Starship, Evans and Grace, reptilians, Lee Ryman, Draconians. It's really the humans today. X-File nights, Twilight Zone days. The outer limits, alienation, how I was raised. Laugh it off, say I'm deranged. I wasn't taught to sleep, I was raised awake. Look up, that's where the real show starts. Hollywood got nothing on the stars above. Look up, that's where the real show starts. Sunglasses on, can't handle contacts. They live with the ghouls, can't see beyond that. Element 51 broke his contract, explaining how spacecraft really won the combat. Travis Walton, lucky they brought him back. 1947 wasn't the first crash. Go to the Grand Canyon, wait, you can't? Home of the free, but explain why we track. They say fear the heat of global warming. But if it cools just a little, extinction fast. Pick your panic, pick your stats. Either way they sell the threat. Where's the maps? X-File nights, Twilight Zone days. The outer limits, alienation, how I was raised. Laugh it all, say I'm deranged. I wasn't taught to sleep, I was raised awake. Who decides that? Is there really a wall around the Antarctic? Excavation halted, go back with Tempe Park. History paused when it felt the smark. Smithsonian basements full of things we can't see. Vatican archives, what's the reason for secrecy? If it's all nonsense, why bury the proof? Why lock the doors if there's nothing to lose? You look at the picture, I brush in a frame. Funny how curiosity gets labeled insane. If truth was harmless, it wouldn't need gods not believing their truth. That's the hardest part. X-File nights, Twilight Zone days, the outer limits, alienation, how I was raised. Laugh it off and say I'm deranged. I wasn't taught to sleep, I was raised to wake. X-File nights, Twilight Zone days, X-File nights, Twilight Zone days. I'm not proud of the things I've did to feed these kids. I could have made better choices, yes, I admit. I never had a teacher to walk me through it. Never a pupil, just had to do it. Always alone. The lonely stone, this is the Cleveland hit. Lake effect storm, rusty cars and grit. We didn't guard our tribe, now it's gone again. Cold wind cuts, but I'm used to pain. I'm born in the storm, I don't need the rain. Mr. No one knows. The world gets cold when you're on your own. Besides, it's harder than sticks and stones. I can never take advice. No one lived this life, ain't no blueprint when you're built for it. Besides me, I'm never bright, but I can't ever quit. Truth don't lie, I just deal with it. Every scar proves what I admit. Oh yes, I admit, ain't no crown when you're not born with it. Ain't no crown when you're not born with it. 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 Ain't no crown. You're not born with it. It's just rust and roots, and I'm fine with it. Wind off the lake hums through my sins. Cleveland's cold, but it's warm within. Thank you very much. We're going to be finishing off this this rehearsal here with the oldie but a goodie. So hey, everybody, thank you very much for all your support. I really appreciate it. I'm getting too old for new regrets. Don't got the time, it's already spent. Every mistake costs double now. A younger man could wait it out. These years run steep, the price ain't cheap. Time don't bend, it won't forgive all the bad I've did. Can't waste nights on what I hate. I can't drown the truth with what I drank. Don't need the crown, I don't need respect. I'm just too damn old for new regrets. For new regrets. Verse 2, still the same regret. Still got responsibilities I ain't met. I burned enough for pride and pain. Watch good love go down in flames. I used to chase noise, now I sit in peace. Real strength don't shout, it learns to speak. Every move's real way to taste.
I can't afford another bridge collapse. Can't waste nights on what I hate. Can't drown the truth with what I drank. Don't need the crown, I don't need respect. I'm just too damn old for new regrets. For new regrets. No new regrets. No new regrets.
Hey, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate all the love you've been showing me.